Thanks for tuning back in. I'm Tommy Campbell, still bald, still in my basement, and still laughing at the Trump org dissolving quicker than Don Jr.'s septum. Mike Lindell can add American Express to his growing list of companies that have reduced their dealings with the lumpy pillow manufacturer gone mad. Lindell's having a meltdown about it as the find out phase of his insomnia-inducing products continues. No matter what Trump says, the guy doesn't like to lose and won't admit to a loss. But the Trump org going down is a huge kick in the tiny mushroom. And I'll be getting into that, Amex versus bargain bin Burt Reynolds, the debate, and more. But first, this.
I'm with the Bell Brothers out of South Carolina musical group. There's three of us, Ding Dong, and I'm Ding-a-ling.
How cool is that? I love it. So, and you're very popular?
Yeah, I'm very popular. People all over South Carolina know me, too, because I've won the Ugly Man contest in 2021, 2022.
I don't believe that.
I need your vote for 2023.
Okay, we'll have to look that up online. So, you've changed some lyrics to a song, and you're going to just tell us the first part of it. So, let's hear it.
Okay, I wasn't prepared to do this, but anyway, this is how it goes. Goodbye, Joe, you gotta go down to Gitmo. You gotta go pull the pyro down the bayou. Okay, that's all I can remember.
The Bell Brothers, well, as someone that lived in the UK for nearly 10 years, I think these are more like the Bell End Brothers. Two hats, no brain, attempting to sing about Joe, Gitmo, and Pyro. Keep at it, Bell End. Maybe you'll get a song in the next straight-to-VHS offering from Kevin Sorbo. It is pouring MAGA Tears. Seriously, it's monsoon season, and I love it. Fill your mugs, have a laugh with the great people in the comments while I mock the latest and stupid and more.
My pretend supermodel third wife is going over our prenup, and my beautiful Trump Tower could soon be a spirit of Halloween where you can buy, you guessed it, witch costumes. See, I told you it's a witch hunt.
This is really cool.
And I think being able to serve, and I'll be the first president elected since 1988 who's actually served overseas in a war, I think that's going to help me as commander-in-chief.
Ron DeSantis boasting how he served overseas. Yes, he served overseas. He served cups of piss to the lab.
And what you've got, I honestly, every time I hear you, I feel a little bit dumber for what you say. Because I can't believe they hear you've got a tick.
Fantastic. Just great burn, Nikki. But I actually feel dumber from hearing all of these people speak. I can't single one out. They all suck.
Let's get that face touched up, baby. I got the special powder, so we can get you to go full guilfoyle, triple layer. I thought it was so cool when you said you served. I can tell by under the nails. You've been serving yourself pudding with your fingers again. I love being the bobblehead's makeup lady.
My wife isn't a member of the teachers union, but I got to admit I've been sleeping with a teacher for 38 years, and full disclosure.
Separate beds, separate rooms, clothes on.
You're gonna send it right back to them.
You mentioned the union question. I just want to...
My favorite moment was when they were asked to vote one off, and they all wimped out, led by DeSantis in his Cuban heels and cake makeup.
Who
should be? I'm absolutely serious.
With all due respect, I mean, we're here, we're happy to debate, but I think that's disrespectful to my fellow competitors.
Look at Larry Kudlow. Get the guy a booster seat. And I don't know who did Hannity's hair, but they have a great sense of humor.
American Express came to us that we use here at MyPillow. They took our $1 million line of credit and dropped it down to $100,000 overnight. They're all afraid of these lawsuits or something. I don't know why they're doing it. It's a cancellation beyond belief. This keeps freezing up.
I just checked the live. It's not.
Huh? Oh, it's not? Okay.
I don't see other CEOs making a bumbling show centered on denying the results of a free and fair election. You are in the find out phase, Mike. Amex is calculating the risk of doing business with someone who has been auctioning off his factory equipment.
These guys all sue MyPillow and Mike Lindell. And for what? Because for defamations, because I said we need to, that the election was stolen, there was manipulation, China intruded in our election, all these things. Well, you know what? We've got, in a little bit here, everybody go get everyone you can on.
Deflamations and stoled in one sentence. If you're playing the Lindell made-up words drinking game, congrats. You're on the way to getting as drunk as Judge Jeanine before an appearance on The Five.
Surprise you. Over the last 2-3 years.
This is the numbers guy who said he took calculus in 8th grade. Thank you. I see every tip from pennies to dollars. They are hugely appreciated and help make this show possible. If you love what I do here and you can afford to help out, throw me a buck with the PayPal link in the pinned comment or drop me a super thanks with this button. And please take 2 seconds after this video to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. These things are free and help the show grow. Thank you.
I'm out of money, man. I've been transparent about that. And my pillow, we've been with American Express for as long as I can remember, with $1 million line of credit. So every day we do our shipping. We use the card to buy our Google AdWords, Facebook stuff. You need these cards for. Every business uses it, and we've always paid. You have to, or otherwise they turn off those AdWords and your shipping. It basically decimated us. I mean, we can't. We had to react and try and get debit cards to use to buy that. And I wasn't going to go public with this.
Stop using your underpaid employees as human shields. You put all your energy into conspiracy theories and just total nonsense under the guise of patriotism, and your business has suffered and those employees have suffered. It's on you, Mike. That's it.
They did this intentionally to hurt my pillow, and I'm sick of it. American Express, everybody.
So here's my call to action for all of those who are patriots like me. Cancel your Amex card tomorrow. And I plan to do that. You don't screw with my friend. You don't screw with American business. You don't screw with free enterprise. They don't even do that in communist China. Think about that. The people that are watching this show, if you have an Amex card, cancel that tomorrow. That's how you send a message to these financial tyrants.
Amex is valued at over $110 billion. I don't think the two guys with wannabe mall cop mustaches are going to make a dent. Even if they get a few diehard lumpy pillow fans to cut up their credit cards, Amex will be fine. But again, this is the capitalism lovers complaining about capitalism. Whenever something doesn't go their way, it's communism. State Supreme Court Judge Arthur Engoron ruled that Trump committed massive fraud in New York for years by repeatedly inflating his wealth by hundreds of millions of dollars to build and maintain his real estate empire. New York AG Letitia James argued that Trump, along with his sons Don Jr. and Eric, and the entire Trump organization, routinely overstated his net worth to financial institutions between $812 million to $2.2 billion, depending on the year and the specific applications they filed. Judge Engoron also ordered the cancellation of business licenses for the Trump organization and several other New York entities associated with the ex-president, effectively crippling or ending their ability to operate in the state, and this is being referred to as the corporate death penalty. Now, it is really important to note that the ruling came summary judgment. That means that the decision indicates that there's no need for a jury trial because the evidence is so strong for one side that no reasonable jury could reach a different decision. Wow.
But we will stop him. Hopefully your leaders at United Auto Workers will endorse Donald Trump.
Okay, Trump is at a non-union plant. He may as well be in Burger King telling the staff that they need to demand that their boss bring the McRib back. Trump is playing a game. His short bus A-team directed this maneuver because they know that his window-licking fan base will just see their cult leader in a factory and think he's the man. Meanwhile, Biden actually visited the picket lines, and UAW President Sean Fain criticized Trump's track record with unions as well as his visit to this non-union plant.
Here's, especially like I look at my company, My Pillow, America's Darling, all of a sudden, because their CEO says, hey, we got problems with our elections.
America's Darling? Dude, you're not Dolly Parton. You're a nut who moved from an addiction to gambling and substances to an addiction to Donald Trump. And you bankrolled an effort to make people doubt elections because you thought you could put your friend back in office. Years ago. Hasn't happened. Alex here, still in the bunker with Marjorie again. Good dude. My mega handsome Georgia gremlin is doing everything she can to stand up to Ukraine on her dented spork feet. My blonde meat swamp doesn't want one of the most prosperous countries in the world helping one that's been invaded, okay? It's ridiculous. It is totally unfair. The only people the American government should be helping out are people like her who had $183,504 in PPP loans forgiven, even though she has like a huge salary with benefits, makes tons from other investments, and comes from generational wealth. She has a big love for for all things Russia, and I'm fine with being her futon Putin, with her trying to get the Stroganoff out of me Buell Theater, Beetlejuice Bobo style, or home run. But if I see so much of a freckle of the below-the-knee insanity that lurks down there, we are talking a web of 7 toes that look like the bottom of a bag of Dollar Tree cheese puffs left on the floor of a Greyhound bus by a grimy-handed drifter. There is a layer of skin covering her putrid soles that remind me of the time I took my boat out and discovered all the bass I'd caught last week was like still in the cooler. I may need the chunder bucket, keep it ready. I just don't understand how a woman can have more scales than a bunch of fish and Weight Watchers combined. And do not get me started on the ankles, because they look like someone took Chris Christie's bloated knees and attached them above her scaly fish feet and drifter cheese toes that smell like Lance Armstrong's bicycle seat. Because what is the rule, MTG?
The socks stay on.
Their socks stay on. Without any evidence to impeach. Wow, kind of like the Trump impeachments? MAGA Tears. How do you pay your help? Oh yeah, BJ's. MAGA Tears. Yaw, you're a goof. MAGA Tears. And still laughing at the Trump org dissolving quicker than Don Jr.'s septum. With her trying to get the Stroganoff out of me Buell Theater Beetlejuice Bobo style. Chunder bucket, chunder bucket. Yes, he served overseas. He served cups of piss to the lab. We are talking a web of 7 toes that look like the bottom of a bag of Dollar Tree cheese puffs left on the floor of a Greyhound bus by a grimy-handed drifter. Grimy-handed drifter. Thanks so much for watching. Help me out by joining us in the comments, sharing this video with a friend, and following me on social media. I am a one-man show here, from script to screen, the editing, even the graphics. Please throw me a tip with the easy PayPal link, or hit that super thanks button, and be sure to check out my mugs that go great with those MAGA Tears. I am a stand-up comedian. I've played in 35 countries, and I've toured with Jim Jefferies for nearly 10 years. I have 3 albums and a brand new EP from my opening set on Jim's latest Netflix special. You can stream these on Spotify, Apple Music, or catch them on SiriusXM. Thanks for helping me make this show possible. Life's short. Be cool, be kind, take care.